And we are live. Good evening, everybody. My name is Bwana Thurman. I want to thank you guys for taking some time out of your schedule this evening. We're going to get started here in about 30 seconds. I am trying to get my page working properly. Give me 1 second. I want to thank all of you guys for joining us this evening. You definitely also want to thank the person that invited you to this webinar. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, we're going to get started. I don't know if everybody can see my screen, but hopefully you can. Anyways, for those of you that I haven't had a chance to meet, my name is Bwana Thurman. I want to welcome you to our Take Flight Travolution Experience webinar. Tonight is really for you. This is about you having an opportunity to learn a little bit more about who we are and what we do and how we can be of great benefit to you and your business. And so I'm going to do my best to go through some information. If you're here for the very first time, I always suggest that you thank the person that invited you on this call. They didn't have to call you. They thought of you because there's some type of relationship. They're obviously very excited about their new business. And we're going to talk a little bit about travel. I don't think there's anybody who's going to turn their nose up to travel. Anyways, I got a chance to get exposed to this industry about 20 years ago. It was just after graduating from college. And, you know, my parents really taught me to, you know, get an education so that I wouldn't have to, you know, struggle like they have from time to time. And so I ended up, you know, going to a small school in Atlanta called Morehouse. I graduated with an honors degree in finance. And I got out of school thinking I was going to be able to write my ticket to the job of my choice. Well, boy, was I fooled. Was I don't want to say misled, but it didn't happen that way, ladies and gentlemen. I ended up being about over $50,000 in school debt, no job, and living with my cousin. And so when I took a look at the industry of network marketing or direct sales for the very first time, I got so excited about what I saw. And I want to encourage you guys. To, if there's something that you've been exposed to before, if there's something that you heard about this industry before, if there's something that you think you know about this industry, if there's something that, if you have preconceived notions about what you think your friend is, or relative or just business associate or whomever, whatever you think about this tonight, I want to ask you to just put it aside for a second. And I want to ask you to have your mind sort of like a parachute, because a parachute works a whole lot better when it's what? When it's open. Travolution is a phenomenal program. The 30,000 foot view that I want to give you real quick is that the leadership of this company has taken the largest industry in the world, combined it with a sustainable, recession-proof industry that is probably going to double in the next decade, and combined it with one of the fastest growing industries in the world as well, called direct sales. And when you take those two industries, you put them together, you create something phenomenal. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about travel, because that's what whomever invited you on this call, that's what they are. They're a travel agent. And that is first and foremost the focus of Travolution. It's to become the largest and best travel experience or travel agent experience that you could ever come across. And so we want to be one of the best agencies in the world. As a matter of fact, the vision of this company within the next 5 years, next couple years, is to be in the top 50, and the next 5 years to be in the top 10. And we have the foundation, we have the leadership, we have the know-how, we have the contacts, the relationships to make that happen. And so all of you deserve to hear about this, and you're so lucky to just even know about it. But anyways, being a certified travel agent, it's definitely a lot more than just getting discounted prices. You know, there will be some of you who will just have some phenomenal prices, and you'll love the benefits, but that's not what travel is all about. We want to literally help our clients have the best travel experience on the planet. And are there some great benefits? Absolutely. Absolutely. But so in this presentation, just kind of focus on the benefits of an agency and understanding how you can become a travel agent working from home independently. And so here's Travolution. Travolution serves a couple types of people. Number one, we serve our VIP clients, and we also serve our home-based agents. And so I am asking you, at the end of this, you'll be able to get with whoever invited you on the Google Hangout and let them know whether you see yourself being a VIP client or whether you see yourself being a home-based agent. And so either way, you win. And so this is really about the experience. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about how we help our clients, because there are many people who are just sick and tired of hours of exhausting research time. There are people who are sick and tired of being a confirmation number. There are people who are sick and tired of just not getting any type of customer service. I was talking with my attorney a couple days ago, and he went to Dubai. His son got married in Dubai. And he was telling me that they had to change something as they were over there, and it ended up costing them more money. Where when you have a travel agent on your side, you can experience that real customer service that you won't get from just being a confirmation number or speaking to someone in another country. We always make sure that our clients do not spend unnecessary money. I was also talking with a gentleman yesterday. One of my agents introduced me to a new person. His name is Jerry. And Jerry, we were talking about how, you know, one of the benefits of being a travel agent, you know, a lot of times people tend to try to sell travel just on price. But, you know, of course, people like to save money. But let me ask you something, ladies and gentlemen. What if you could provide your clients with the same price that they were able to get online or better, but you were able to show them how not to spend unnecessary money? You were able to show them how not to have to research and do hours and spend hours and hours of just unnecessary time, researching time. What if you could show that brand new person how no matter whether they had $1,000 budget or $100,000 budget, they would still get that VIP experience? That's what we offer our clients. Now, as an agent, we also believe in making sure that we train our agents. Our agents are some of the best MTA certified agents in the industry. As a matter of fact, you can go through our Master Travel Agent course, and any travel agency in the world you could go and be an expert at. Whether it was AAA, American Express. And if I could just back up for a second, I'd like to ask all of you, could you imagine, think about this real quick. Could you imagine if you were in the very beginning when AAA first got started? Could you imagine if you were in the very beginning when American Express travel first got started? Well, right now you're taking a look at a opportunity where you are here in the beginning, but just know that we have an industry recognized training program, and our agents are professionally trained to be the best, and we're connected with all travel vendors, and we get some of the best rates in the industry. And the reason is because all of our vendors, listen to this, have been dealing with our CEO for the past 10 years. See, it's about relationships. When you do big time volume, I mean, he and his wife, without Travolution, without any direct sales piece, their agency did over $16 million in travel last year, just in strictly booking travel. So our premium vendors and a lot of vendors out there, they know who we are, and they give us the best rates, and we have the best connections. We are an all-inclusive agency. And I think this is important to note, because as an all-inclusive agency, we don't just handle cruises or just handle flights or just handle all-inclusives. There's nothing that our agency can't handle. Whether somebody's, is getting ready to be March Madness, and whether somebody's looking to go to a sporting event, whether somebody's looking to go rent a car, business travel, whether somebody's looking to, no matter what people are looking for, we can provide. If somebody's looking for an amusement park, if somebody's going to New York and they're looking to go to some Broadway plays, no matter what it is, we can help you out. And that's because of the experience and the connections that our agency has. We help our clients understand the fine print, and obviously we save them time, and in many cases save them money. Now, this is my favorite, having the opportunity to troubleshoot. See, if my attorney, and it's sad because I was just really getting into the business, and I hadn't let him know that I was a travel agent yet, and they had plans. This happened last year. In December of last year, they went to Dubai, and their whole family went over there. Can you imagine if I was able to book that trip? I mean, they were going to book that anyways. And so what if I would have been able to help him and save him some money? And when they ran into a problem, what if I were able to show them how to handle that problem and not have to pay more money? Do you think he would have been a client of mine forever? Absolutely. And I told him the other day, he said, man, he said, I wish I would have known. He said, you don't have to ever worry about me booking any travel anymore. He said, I'm calling you first. And so it's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to twist anybody's arm about travel. And here's the other thing, we want to make sure that our clients know that it doesn't cost them a dime to use an agent. Most people are, there's a myth out there. They think that if you are an agent, or if you use an agent, that there is a fee for using an agent. And it's not true. See, when hotels are booked, when cruises are booked, people don't realize this, but the commission is already built into that number that's online. And so anyways, we want to make sure that you are treated as a VIP client, and you know that, and you have that opportunity. Now, who is Travolution? Travolution was founded in Jacksonville, Florida by Dusty and Amanda Devon, and also Dave Manning and Faraday Hosenapur. They have all of them have had so much success in the networking industry. They've made millions of dollars building network marketing companies. Dusty and his wife have literally spent the last 10 years in the travel business amongst other businesses, but they've always maintained their relationships. And so it's pretty neat because you know, when you've been around that long and you've had that type of experience and you created that much clout with the big vendors out there, you know, they are knocking on our doors right now. I was at Dusty's home yesterday, and he was telling me how you know, Travolution has just become the talk of the travel industry. There was some show going on, I think in Louisiana or something like that, or Orlando or something, and everybody was talking about us. As a matter of fact, he had a business development manager that just called him out of the blue the other day and said, "Hey, look, you know, I've been hearing about you guys. I don't know a whole lot about you, but I know this may be inappropriate, but I'd like to invite myself to you all's event coming up in May." And so I thought it was pretty neat, because people, the word is getting out. People are hearing about Travolution, and we're going to be a force to be reckoned with, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Dave and Faraday are some of the most real, down-to-earth, good-hearted people that I've ever met, ladies and gentlemen. Not only that, they're some of the most successful people that I've ever met in this industry. You know, it's one thing to be able to go out and earn $1 million in a year in network marketing, but through their hard work, and I want to say their hard work, because, you know, there's nothing about making 7 figures that's easy, but through their commitment, through their dedication, through their hard work to their organization, they was able to go out and help 7 other people earn over $1 million in a year. And so when you have that type of experience, I like to call it successfully experienced experience. And so right now, all of this began, ladies and gentlemen, way back in 2014. Dusty and Amanda, they had always wanted to expand their travel agency to a network marketing company, but they needed the right partnership. But what they started out doing was they went to the major regulatory agencies. They went to CLIA, they went to IATA, they went to ARC. And once they went to these, you know, organizations, the truth is these organizations did not want to help them. They did not, in any kind of form, fashion, or way. As a matter of fact, they don't even like the concept of network marketing or direct sales. And the reason they didn't like it is because of the lack of professionalism in the industry. And this is factual, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this industry is known. It is absolutely known for, you know, people getting started, not having a clue about the travel industry. And so that's when in March 2015, you know, Dusty began to put our training program together. He began to start testing the marketplace and just seeing, you know, what could happen. Now, in August of 2015, that's when he kind of bumped back into Dave and Faraday, and it was like a partnership was created, and it was destiny, ladies and gentlemen. And so where we are right now, we launched in November, our phase 1 of pre-launch. In February, we launched phase 2. And coming up in May, we're going to launch phase 3. But if there's ever one thing that you heard about this hangout tonight, I want you to hear this. In network marketing, and I asked Faraday this, we were riding down to Orlando. Matter of fact, Chris asked her this, but we were all riding together. And he said, what do you think really contributed toward you having so much success in the industry? And she said, hands down. I mean, it just literally, it just came out of her mouth. And she said, hands down, it's because of timing. Because, you know, it's not that often that people earn $1 million in this industry. But when you get started in the right place at the right time, the possibilities are endless. And so they were able to go out, and because they got started at the right place at the right time, generate that type of income. And so if there's one thing I want you all to know about this program is you are in the right place at the right time. There are less than 300 agents in this company. And for everybody, it's all about the experience, ladies and gentlemen. So let's breeze through travel a little bit. Many of you know travel. It's the #1 research word on the internet. It's the largest industry on the planet, almost an $8 trillion industry. One of the neat things, you know, for most of my career in direct sales, I've always had to deal with inventory, products, orders, collecting money, you know, shipping, handling. We don't have to worry about any of that. Everything we do around here is electronic. We do make phone calls to book travel from time to time, but the reason the industry is so large, it's an $8 trillion industry. The reason it's expected to double over the next decade is because of two reasons: baby boomers and millennials. I want you to think about this. Baby boomers is that group of people between 1946 and 1964, the largest group of humans ever born. Think about it. Well, every one of the baby boomers are now retiring. And so when people retire, guess what they want to do? They want to travel. And see, the baby boomers went out and they had kids and grandkids that are now what we call millennials. Millennials are having kids now and they're taking their family on family vacations, et cetera, et cetera. And so that is actually, contrary to popular belief, the millennials is the largest travel group ever to be created. So I'm pretty excited about this, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody you know is traveling. Matter of fact, if I ask this question right now on the line, if I ask this one question, how many of you know, or let me take it a step further. How many of you on this phone over the next 12 months are going to do some type of personal, business, or vacation travel? Case closed. And you know what? This is why it's such a lucrative industry also. See, the travel industry is not only the largest industry in the world, but the average home-based travel agent will make almost $35,000 this year. I didn't understand. I did not know that travel agents earn that type of money. And so, and then to top it all off, just to enjoy all the benefits that come along with travel, I mean, it is phenomenal. So why Travolution? First of all, because of the experience. Also because of the training, the connections, the technology, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a second, the tools. I mean, the leadership of this company has spared no expense to make sure, no expense to make sure that we have some of the best tools on the planet. And I think it's very important for you to understand that. So the tools, the technology, the connections, we earn top tier commissions, again, because of the relationships. And last but not least, the support. So, you know, right there, I've given you 7 reasons, 7 very good reasons of why Travolution. And no other company, when you take the compilation of all of those combined, there's not another company in the industry that can offer that. Now, I'm going to take a second and talk a little bit about this training because there's 5 different areas of training. And I think it's very important, and I mean very important, that you understand. I think it's very important that you understand how valuable this training is. It starts off teaching people how to have a business. You know, our CEO, Dusty, talks about this all the time. He talks about how most people fail in business because they've never been in business. They've never been around anybody that's owned a business. And so, you know, some of the first areas is to really show people how to have a business, how to develop a business plan, how to really create your niche market, how to really begin to treat this like a business. The next area they go into is teaching you about taxes and accounting. Now, obviously, we're not accountants, and you know, we We can't give any type of tax advice, but there are a lot of people who sign up. I mean, a lot of people who sign up in our business just for the tax breaks. As a matter of fact, I'm telling you right now, if you don't do this, you need to be doing something independently, something. And see, travel, the best part about it is any type of travel you do, you can write off 100% of it. But imagine this year, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about this year. Can you imagine being able to literally earn or get back or save an extra $8,000 to $10,000 in tax savings this year? Then we teach about the travel industry, how to maneuver your way in the travel space, understanding how to market your travel business. I mean, there's so many ways to market your travel business: online, offline, paid, unpaid. And again, we go through this to make sure you understand every aspect of it. And last but not least, the supplier showcase. This is where you have an opportunity to really, really, really understand who our vendors are, understand how to connect with our vendors, understand how to book travel through our vendors, especially our premium vendors. And all of this is given to you on a platter when you get started. And it's almost 40 modules. Now, it doesn't happen overnight, but you can take these modules at your own speed, at your own pace. They're anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes on average. Some of them are 5 minutes. Some of them are 10 minutes. It just depends. Some of them are even up to an hour, but you will be able to go through the training at your speed, at your pace. And I'm going to tell you something. Once you go through that MTA training, there's not a lick of travel that you cannot book. You can book flights. You can book rental cars. You can book hotels. You can book cruises. You can book all inclusives. You can book family vacations, getaways, amusement parks. You can deal directly with ministries and faith-based organizations, anything. And we are affiliated with all of the major regulators because we wanted to take that proactive approach. And so understand, ladies and gentlemen, you are sitting again at the right place at the right time. And this just right here was the icing on the cake. This was the tools and the technology that this company put together. I mean, you just won't find anything better out there. There's not another company that I know of in the industry who can provide or who is willing to provide these type of tools, and not just provide them, but provide them at no additional charge other than your hosting fee. So we have live hangouts like what you're taking a look at right now. This is a live hangout. You have a link. That link is provided to you. Right below that link, you will be able to go and sign up, and that will be tracked directly to the person that invited you on the hangout. We have live events we do from time to time. We have a complete internet marketing system for those of you who want to aggressively market and advertise your travel business. You will be able to do so online. I mean, and they give you this whole internet marketing system from capture and splash pages to your CRMs, to your all email autoresponders, to just any and everything that you could experience, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to market and advertise your business online. You have all the tools, even includes a virtual business card. This virtual business card is so exciting because it is your way of advertising, and you don't have to carry around a stack of cards. It's really neat. We have the TaxBot system. This is a piece of software where you won't even have to keep track of your taxes. This software will keep track of everything for you. It's an app where you can download it on your phone. It is very, very, very neat. And then our agent experience, which is coming up in May. This is a piece of software, ladies and gentlemen, where you will be able to sit down, and just as long as it takes somebody to go book something at Travelocity or Hotwire, you will have a wholesale site where you have access to the vendor rates, unpublished rates, net rates, and you will also have a retail site. So if you're busy, or if somebody's maybe just looking for a rental car, you can simply send them to your site it's going to go out and do a 300 meta search of 300 of the prices that is found online. And guess what's going to happen? It's going to bring our prices in lower than the price that you guys have available. So all I can say is your people are going to be able to save money. It is one of the best, and I mean one of the best pieces of software. I believe personally that people are going to be coming over from other travel agencies because of our travel agent software, and they're going to want to work with us just to be travel agents. And so I'm so excited about that. Anyways, there are a lot of benefits of being an agent. I'll just share a couple with you. I know many of you have heard of Disney. Just to kind of give you an example, this is Disney Cruise Line. This is a 5-night Western Caribbean cruise from Miami. As you can see, this departs in Miami, February 21st through the 26th for 2 people. Look at that total, $1,907. You know, Disney is not cheap. Well, again, these are earned benefits, ladies and gentlemen. I want to be very clear about that. Earned benefits. If you were an agent and you went through your MTA course and you went through the Disney course, look at what you would be able to get that same cruise for. Same date, same Western Caribbean cruise from Miami for 2 people. The total would be $108 instead of $1,900. Now, how many of you, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you know people who could save, who would love to save $900? How many of you know people like that? And so the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, their benefits and their real benefits. Again, here's another one of our premium vendors, Norwegian. Just again, having an opportunity to save anywhere from 20 to 40% off every cruise. And they're just the benefits just go on and on and on. Here's another very popular company that you all know about, Marriott. Let's take a look at this example real quick. Here's a hotel room at the Courtyard Atlanta Marriott, Midtown. And let's look at the date. Check-in Thursday, February 25th. It's $134 per night. Well, if you were, again, a Travolution agent, you go through your training, you go through the Marriott training, that same hotel on the same dates is $49. So again, these are just savings, ladies and gentlemen, that in my opinion, they are absolutely priceless. I had a friend of mine that signed up just because, you know, he was like, man, me and my family, we go on a family vacation every year. We're going to spend a minimum of $20,000. Last year, they actually went to Disney and they spent $24,000 at Disney last year. Well, this year, they'll be able to go and they will be able to, again, they'll be able to, you know, go for net rates, or if he wants to charge some of his family members more, he can. The bottom line is these are some amazing discounts. And really, if you are a traveler, the getting started rate will pay for itself. Then we also have what we call FAM trips. FAM stands for familiarization. See, once you go through the training, now these vendors want you to come learn about their properties. So you can go to what we call Club Med Sandpiper Bay. This was one of the first FAM trips that we got a chance to go on, and I have to throw this out because I was a gold founder. This actually didn't cost anything. But the beauty of it is I got a chance to go and experience that property. And when I tell you there was not one, there's probably not too many things that I couldn't tell you about that property. I had such a great time. I can tell you about all the activities, the staff. I can tell you about the food, the accommodations, the location, the water. I mean, it was such a great time. But more importantly, now I get a chance to share information about Club Med from my personal experiences. And it was just absolutely beautiful. And to be able to go on a fam trip like this for 3 days and not have to pay one dime and have some fun. Matter of fact, I think for the 3 days, we probably spent about 4 hours of, I guess you can call it training time and learning about the property and learning more about Club Med and their properties. And then the rest of the 3 days was our free time to just enjoy. And boy, did we have some fun times. There you'll see our CEO who's up on stage, and that's our leadership team right there, ladies and gentlemen. They put this thing together, and we're so grateful. We're so thankful for everything that they do. And the last thing I wanted to end up with is just how we get paid. I think it's so important. I'm not going to go through every single detail, but I'm going to at least show you how we earn our travel commissions, because we start off at an 80% travel commission. And I think that's just so awesome. So I'm going to give you an example real quick. Let's just say you booked a vacation for somebody, and for 2 people, it was $1,000. And the commission for that vendor was 14%. If that were the case, ladies and gentlemen, that vendor would send 14% of 1,000, which would be $140 back to Travolution. Now, of that $140, 80% would flow to you and I as the agent, which would be $112, and the other 20% or $28 would stay at Travolution. And literally, ladies and gentlemen, when we get started with this company, it's only $249.95. When you have an opportunity, I mean, literally, when you have an opportunity to start and make that type of income, 80%, it's a real privilege. It's a real honor. And so just to consider yourself lucky. Now, we also have weekly commissions. These are what we call fast start bonuses. We just actually came out with a program where anybody that gets started with our company, if you have the ability to go out and personally enroll 3 agents, help those 3 agents enroll 3 agents for a total of 9, and help those 9 agents enroll 3 agents for a total of 27. If you can do that, ladies and gentlemen, within 30 days, you're going to earn, listen to this, you're going to earn a minimum of $2,000. Now, how many of you on this phone could use an extra $2,000? I think we all could. There's nobody who would turn it down. Again, this is upfront money. This is money that you can get right away. This has nothing to do with our residual income. And again, I think it's so awesome that a company would be willing to pay you for going out and doing something that you're supposed to be doing anyways. So again, I'm going to say that one more time. If you can go out within your first 30 days and you can personally enroll 3 people. As a matter of fact, if you can enroll 3 people, you get every dime of your investment back. Not only do you get every dime of your investment back, now when you get 3 people, your monthly hosting fee of $69.95 is no longer a cost. It's free. So now all the tools, all the support, all the technology, everything, all your back office, all the tracking, everything is free now. Because the first thing we're going to teach you how to do is enroll 3 agents. Now, even if you don't want to enroll 3 agents, this company has set their compensation plan up to where you will earn money off the first 3 levels. Listen, off the first 3 levels, even if you don't enroll 1 person. I know that's going to shock many of you because you've never heard of anything like that before, but I think it's so neat. But if you have the ability to go out and get 3 and help those 3 get 3 and help those 9 get 3, if you do it within 30 days, you're going to earn a minimum of $2,000. If you do it within 60 days, you're going to earn a minimum of $1,500. And if you do it within 90 days, you're going to earn a minimum of $1,250. Now, I know some of you, that's your first time hearing those numbers. They are new numbers, and I didn't stutter. I said 2,000, 1,500 within 60 days, and $1,250 within 90 days. Again, all the literature and information is going to be out about this real shortly. We are so excited about it. But then my favorite part of the comp plan, it's great to get upfront money, but I'm the type of person, ladies and gentlemen, I love being able to do something one time and get paid over and over and over and over again. It's called residual income. And I love residual income because we all have residual bills. Think about it. Your car note, your mortgage, your insurance, your car insurance, your cell phone, your water bill, your power bill, all of those are residual bills. And every single month they come to your house, and honestly, they don't care how good or bad your financial situation is. And so what if you had an opportunity to plug into a company, and in addition to earning money off of your booking travel, what if when you enroll new agents to this business, what if you were able to make a residual passive income off of their efforts as well? Yeah, see, J. Paul Getty said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people rather than having 100% of my own efforts. And ladies and gentlemen, most of us, we've traded time for money our whole life. What if you had a chance to have some real, unadulterated, reliable residual income? Well, that's what you have here. And there's really only two options. You know, like I said before, get with the person that invited you on this Google Hangout. You can either let them know whether you want to be a VIP client, or you can let them know whether you want to become a master travel agent. Now, if you just want to become a VIP client, it's very simple. You just enroll as a VIP client, let them know. The biggest thing that they'll probably ask is to fill out a survey, so they'll know your travel interest, and maybe when new specials come out or new things come out to alert you about exclusive VIP trips, what we call hot weeks, you will have first access to these specials and these promos that may come out. And so it's absolutely free to become a VIP client. And I got to say this, you know, our clients are the backbone of this company. And so even if you are in a situation where, you know, maybe you're not looking for extra money, maybe you're not looking to start a business, maybe no matter what the case is, we want literally to serve you. We want you to become a VIP client, and we want to help you travel the world for pennies on the dollar and really enjoy the vacation dream of your life. Now, for those of you who are like me, so look, man, why not still do all of that, but also have an opportunity to earn some sick money? I mean, mainly because of timing, and also because of this very lucrative compensation plan. Again, it's $249.95 to get started, $69.95 per month. That includes your entire back office, your website, tools, live streams, business development support. I mean, even if you don't want to book the travel, let's just say you say, I don't have the time. You know, people like that. I don't have the time. You know, those same people, they don't have time 10 years from now. They're 65 years old, still don't ever have time. You know, and so, you know, this isn't for everybody, ladies and gentlemen, but imagine if you didn't have the time, but you had the connections. Imagine if you knew people who traveled every single day. Well, I know every one of you do. You could refer those people to our office, and even when the office booked it, you still earn 60% of the commission. And again, having the internet marketing suite, the tax software, the virtual business card, the agent experience software, a marketing resource center where you have PDFs and just anything, the online training university. We start off with top tier commissions. We have agent discounts on our personal travel. The list goes on and on and on, in fam trips. So if you guys are ready for that agent life, get back with the person that invited you. Also, you can click on the link right below this hangout when we're done. And just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. I mean, we've never had anybody to ask for their money back. But, you know, for those of you, you know, who are like skeptical, you know, I've never seen a famous statue of a skeptic, but there are going to be people who say, you know what, I want to consider, to think about, to approximate, to decide, to reconsider, to look into, to discuss, those people. And it's nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen, but make a decision, move forward. You got a 30-day money back guarantee. You cannot lose. You are sitting in a position right now where you have everything to gain and nothing to lose, and you deserve this opportunity. I want to definitely thank you guys for your time and attention tonight. Get with whoever invited you down. Let them know whether you're option one, whether you just want to be a VIP client, or option two, whether you want to enjoy this agent life. Whichever it is, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your attention. Good night. God bless. And I look forward to seeing you on the beaches of the world.